LMM Joinery Limited for sponsoring today's show.
Hi Sam, welcome back. Sam Kerr, footballer extraordinaire. Welcome back. This is our part 2 chat. We've done a part 1 which talks about like your early years. So if you haven't seen part 1 and you want to know about Sam and her early years, go and check that one out now. So part 2, our chat today is going to be a bit more about, I suppose, once you've got into your professional career, how that's established and what you've been doing. So from development squad where you were, just talk us through that, from that up to sort of where you are right now.
So when I first became professional, it was at Glasgow City.
Okay.
I was at Glasgow City for 5 years, and from Glasgow City I played in the Champions League. I wasn't really established in the national team or anything yet. I was seen as quite a younger player.
Okay.
And from Glasgow City I then signed for Rangers, and the last 3 years at Rangers has been like a real turning point in my career. I went from being a young player who just followed the leadership players, just kind of done what they've been told to do, to kind of turning into that leadership role within Rangers and carrying the squad and being a big player for the team and a key player in special moments. So the last few years I've grown a lot as a player, as an individual, and that's when the last couple of years I've been introduced back into the national team.
Amazing.
And I've managed to get regularly selected for the national team, and I won an award for the Player of the Year quite recently as well, which I'm so grateful for and thankful for. And compared to other players there, I still don't think I deserve it as much as them. But yeah, it's been great. And then just now, in this present time, I now play for Bayern Munich. I've signed for Bayern Munich.
How amazing. Fantastic.
Yeah, so that's kind of like roughly me talking about kind of what's happened, but we can go into details.
So the period of time that's taken from being at Glasgow City to current, how many years is that?
Yeah, about 8 years.
Yeah. So it's not like an overnight success.
Oh, no,
you've worked your way up, but obviously. So what do you think? For me, like, what do you think changed from once you were in Glasgow City and once you were then in a professional team at Rangers? What changed for you? Was it just you got a bit more experience or more confidence, or what changed for you? You felt then you were an established player and could show.
I think, firstly, when you go into a professional contract environment, the training and the schedules are like so professional. You go in there, you train every day of the week, you do double sessions. You get access to analysis, all these people supporting you, which probably at amateur level and stuff you never really had.
Yeah.
So that was a massive shock to me when I first went professionally, and also as well you have all the staff and everything that help you.
So as a professional, like being supported by all these amazing coaches, support staff, physios, massage, you know, just the whole environment you're in. Do you think that helped you not just improve as a player, but everything else in your life, you know, sort of grow as a person? I know it sounds a bit cheesy, but, you know, that's basically what happens.
Yeah, like when you're in a team environment, it's like a big family environment. I mean, it's like sometimes you can't stand them, sometimes you go in and you absolutely love them and you grow together as a group. And I've definitely grown as an individual as well. Like at Rangers, when I first probably joined there, I felt a lot of pressure. I felt like I had to step up, and I've signed there from Glasgow City and I need to prove something. And like I probably put too much pressure on myself to begin with, like trying to prove something. In the first year, it maybe didn't work out as well. We never got any trophies or anything. I never had a particular well season. And then I came away and reflected from that. And then the second year I thought to myself, right, I'm going to like reduce the pressure. I'm going to go out. I'm going to just try my best to play well and see what happens. And I had a better year. And then this last year I was like I'm ready. There's like no pressure. I just got to go out and I got to do my thing, have confidence, trust the people around me, let them trust me. And then the last year for Rangers, I think I really stepped up, and that's obviously helped me get selected for the national team, and now obviously this move to Bayern.
Brilliant. So brave pants went on throughout that whole process. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, let's talk about the Bayern Munich. Obviously, that's an amazing opportunity. Who helped sort of encourage you, or how did that process come about? Obviously, you've gone from Rangers, but how did that process, who helped you or put you forward for these things? Was it Bayern who selected you?
Well, there's loads of people throughout my career that have helped me. Obviously, my agency, Concilium and stuff, have been a massive thanks to them, and help for them to get me, and they helped me get this move. And But when Bayern approached them, they've been nothing but top notch to help me get things sorted. So there's people that have been helping me through this. Also as well, the staff and the players at Rangers,
Yep.
The coaches really supported my decision. I'm still friendly with them to this day. They've let me come in even though I'm not a player and look after me and everything like that. So like they've really helped me come along as well, and they're really pushing. They're excited that someone from Scotland has now made that move, and it promotes the Scottish League, it promotes Rangers, and it shows there is that pathway. You don't need to go elsewhere. And then obviously friends and family. You'll meet my best friend Nick soon, but Nick and Steph, and they've been great for me. And Nick cries every day that I'm leaving, but she's like, if you don't sign that contract, I'm dragging you by the hair, and I'll sign it for you.
Brilliant.
So,
but that's what you need sometimes. You need the support of other people around you, but also know that people are cheerleading you to go and do something like that, because it's such a big move. You know, so how are you going to feel? Obviously, you're moving to another country, a different language. You know, so how's your German?
Oh, I've been practicing since April. It's going okay, but I'm not quite fluent yet, so don't ask me any questions.
Yeah, because I did German A-level. Can't remember any of it though. So we were chatting earlier, weren't we? It's like,
every time I have a lesson, the next day I forget about it. It's like, you need to keep on it to study.
Yeah, well, it's hard. Like you say, when you're living in a country where everybody's speaking English, when you go there, you know, I'm sure you'll be surrounded by German speaking, so you'll pick it up. And all the stuff that you have learned is in there. You just got to like use it. If you don't use it, like anything, if we don't train, you don't improve. So it's like the same thing as training and being an athlete. So I mean, German is very hard. I did GCSEs and then I did A-level, and the A-level was just so difficult. But conversational stuff you'll have around you, and it'll be subject matter relevant to training and all that stuff, and just chat generally with all the players. So you'll be fine.
Because like it's a bit daunting to think, I'm going to move to Europe, I'm going to try learn a new language, it's going to be so hard, but then at the same time, if you look at it from the other way, like imagine in a year, 2 years time, I'm fluent in German, and it's something you can carry with you the rest of your life. It opens up so much different paths for you and everything like that. So like, although sometimes things seem daunting, if you just look at the opposite side of it and the bigger picture, like it will be hard for me, but if I just keep trying, and I'll have people around me that will help me out, and I'll obviously have a German teacher. So
and there's obviously other players who've done the same thing, and they've transitioned into different countries, whether it's Spain or France or wherever, you know, in Europe, and playing overseas. So I think learning the language is part of it, but you're part of a team, and everybody's got the same common thing of the football and the training together. So, and I'm sure, like you say, everybody will hopefully encourage you not all speak German and expect you to understand everything they're saying. Initially, that's tough. So brave pants on for going to Germany, brave pants on for learning German, because that's a tough language. But yeah, good luck, my lovely. Okay, let's talk about, so I'm really interested in the sort of behind the scenes pre-match, post-match stuff, because obviously everybody sees you playing on the pitch. But I know in sports that I've done, I had some like weird sort of, not weird, that makes me sound really weird, but you know, like pre-match habits or rituals or little superstitions that you always have to do before you go out for a match. Do you have anything like that?
I actually have a few.
Yeah.
Before every game, I'll drink a sugar-free Red Bull.
Okay.
Yeah, energy drink. I need the caffeine, I need the kick. And I just feel like if I don't have it, I'm like,
so if you've ever gone out and had a match or a training without doing that, and you've played really badly, and then that's psychologically you've said, I didn't do the thing.
Yeah, I think it's like, even when I go with the national team, I'm ask the sports science, please, if we go abroad, can you please get me one?
Can you bring me some?
Because after one game, before one game, I drank a sugar-free energy drink, and then I played really well, and from that moment.
So it's all down to that.
Not
your skill or your amazing talent or anything like that. It's purely the drink.
And then I always have the same pre-match meal.
Okay.
I try and avoid meats and stuff on match day. I'm all about like carbohydrates, so make it we play at 7 o'clock at night. I'll have beans and bagels in the morning, and then I'll have just like a pasta with some vegetables in the afternoon, and then pre-match meal is pasta and like bagels again, like carbs. Try and avoid consuming too much protein and stuff like that, because like it makes you feel heavy sometimes.
Yeah, it's harder to digest and actually when you're playing.
But then other players in the team have like 2 chicken breasts and they play amazing. I'm just like, everyone has their own thing.
Exactly, and that's the thing, you know, there's not like one size fits all. Obviously there's things that are advisable from you. Do you have nutritionists and stuff that advise you? So they obviously, but again, you just find what suits you. That's the whole thing, isn't it? Everybody's individual. And yes, there is scientific evidence for certain things, but other people find that, you know, everybody's digestive system's different. So, okay, and what about any, like, you know, do you have to wear special socks or special pants or special thing? I was a gymnast, so I'd always have to wear the same socks, the same pants, the same everything it was literally like almost like a little comfort blanket. If I didn't wear that, then I'd feel like everything was going to go wrong.
I wear the same sports bra every match day. I wear the same sports bra, and also I've got personalised shin guards which have my family on them.
Oh, nice.
And like I always have to wear them, and like I always have to, like, before I put them on and stuff, I'll have a wee look at them, remind myself of my family, and I'll put them on. So that's kind of more stuff personal to me, and also as well, I don't really go on social media on match day.
Okay.
Just come off, relax, avoid any social media, avoid seeing anything, and just play a bit of PlayStation, chill out a little bit. Stuff like that I do, just relax.
Cool. And what about after a match? So the difference between if you win a match or lose a match, how do you like sort yourself out if you've lost a match? And do you get really angry? Do you get like really upset? How do you cope with that?
I think like whenever you've lost a match, you're always frustrated and you're always disappointed. And for me, I'm quite a hothead as well, so I'd take a little huff for a little while, but I try and not define the moment and try and think further ahead. Like there's plenty of opportunities to bring it back, and especially last year, the season was so tight, so there was times where we lost and we thought, oh, this is it, and then there was times where we were like, right, we can do this. But like for me, after a match, if I'm not feeling too great and if it wasn't a great result, I just kind of stick with like my friends and my family and make sure like I get my recovery in as possible. And like obviously you can't really sleep much after a game, all the adrenaline and stuff, but I try not to think about it. Like I think it's always good to reflect a couple of days after it happened and not just straight away.
Not in the heat of the moment, because
then you maybe are too hard on yourself, or you don't see things. So like go back and reflect after a couple of days, like calm down a bit. And then you always find in the morning after you wake up, you're like, oh.
Yeah, do you have like team talks obviously come up afterwards? Obviously you have like team talks and the feedback sessions as well, which obviously, because there's not necessarily one thing that's caused it, there's a whole succession. There's, you know, you as an individual player might look at your play and think, oh my God, I didn't do that, or I messed up that. But actually, you know, you can't just blame one person for the result. You know, whatever happens, even if one person does, you are a team. You know, my daughter's a hockey goalkeeper, so you know there's a lot of pressure I think sometimes on the goalkeepers, because if they miss or let a goal in, it's down to them. But I kept saying to her, you know, the rest of the team haven't done their job to get it to that point, you know, and then it's just pot luck. You know, hopefully you do your job, but if your defenders haven't defended and everybody hasn't kept the ball up the other end, it's not just your fault. So I think that's really important. That it is a team. It's not just one person out there.
Yeah, and that's what's great about coming back and reflecting and doing video analysis and stuff. Like you all take responsibility as a team. It's never just one individual. And although like somebody might make a mistake and they'll feel upset and they feel like they let anyone down, but like nobody's ever let anyone down. Like as I say, like you're all a team and everything happens. There's like a knock-on effect to everything within games and stuff. And like when you can go back and you reflect and you take that time, like you're able to improve on it. And mistakes and failures set you to the person that you are. And if you don't have them, then how are you ever going to improve?
Exactly.
So really, like it might seem like the worst thing when something bad happens, but it's a positive thing.
Yeah, learning failure, I suppose. If you're always just winning and winning, if it ever happens to you, you don't know how to cope with it. So, you know, making mistakes, failing occasionally, not winning all the time, you just learn from it. You say, right, okay, what can we do better, and come back, isn't it? It's really important.
And that's like a big thing for me. Like when I'm in training and younger players come up, they're like quite quiet, don't really speak. They're like they'll pass the ball soft into you. They're scared to like make a mistake, and I'm like, look, guys, like I don't care if you play me a bad pass. Like if you're trying your best and you're like trying to step outside your comfort zone and like you're talking and like you're making that effort, like it's going to grow you so much. And like this is a thing for young people. Like if you ever feel like you're in an environment that like you feel out your depth, like don't change being who you are, because everyone's there to improve. And mistakes, like you play a bad pass, like who cares, get the next one. It's your reaction to the bad pass.
Yeah, it's how you deal with it, isn't it? That's the important bit. And like you say, you know, just try stuff. You know, try stuff. That's how you learn stuff. And it sounds really, you know, sort of cheesy, but that is what happens. You know, you got to try stuff, and that's how you learn. That's how you grow. That's how you improve as a player. It's part of training. Otherwise, why bother training? You might as well just rock up and play the match. Yeah. So okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, so talking of training, what would be your like when you're in training and the coach says, right, we're going to do this now. What is your you're like go, oh, do you have a part of training? You don't have to like give away your trade secrets and weaknesses, because obviously you don't have any, but do you know what I mean? If there's a bit, for me, I hate endurance. So if somebody says we're going to go for a run, I'm like,
yeah, I don't mind sprinting. I love everything off a ball for me, we always used to do it at Rangers. It would be like short, sharp day with the ball, and then big runs at the end, and it would be like 800 metres, and you need to make it in like 2.5, 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And just sprint all the way around the pitch. And I mean, at the time you're like, why are we doing this? We've just played 3 games. Oh, and everyone's moaning, and you'd hate to be doing that. But then after it, you're like, whoa, I feel great.
Yeah.
And then towards the end of the season, you're like able to keep going while everyone else is fatiguing and everything. But yeah, long distance running is not my forte. I'm more of a explosive player.
Yeah, but that's the sort of stuff, like you say, people don't see. They see you playing and just being able to run and run and run, you know, unless kids are training in that way, you know, they think you just rock up, put a ball in front of you and off you go.
Oh, no.
You know, there's hours and hours of all the hard work and stuff that goes into the training to A, last the season, A, last the match, you know, because you see players come off if they're not quite fit enough, they have to come off and be subbed. But, okay, so yeah, you're like me then.
Nobody likes running.
No, well, yeah, there's a few people.
Some people, yeah.
No, I don't know these people. So brave pants for you would be like putting on and literally saying, right, at the end of a match, I've done like my training, you put your brave pants on, you've got to run this 800 and dig deep and go for it. So these are all like, for me, they're brave pants. And brave pants doesn't necessarily have to be some massive thing like you've climbed Mount Everest. It's just daily things sometimes. You just have to like overcome something hard and you go, okay, I put my brave pants on to go and do that now. I've got to just crack on and get on with it.
Yeah, definitely. Like, you're feeling fatigued, you're feeling tired, like, sometimes you have a bad day and you're just like, I really can't be going to training today. I'm too tired. Like, I wish I had a day off. And everyone's entitled to feel like that. It's not as if, as professionals, we rock up every day and we're like, yes, here we go. Like, this is great. Like, everyone's human. Yeah. And like, sometimes we go into training and sometimes I'll be like, I really don't want to run today. I just can't do this. And then if you just dig deep and find that hunger and pull through, after it, you're like, right, it wasn't that bad, tomorrow's a new day, I might feel better for it. And so everyone needs to, like, if you're brave enough to step out and do it, and like, it's like little things, like just like finding someone to run beside and like doing it with them and like encouraging it and just like.
It's a team effort as well, isn't it? The team thing helps. If you're doing it on your own, that would be even harder. Okay, so we talked a little bit about nutrition and things like in part 1, but I think your nutrition now, obviously, how do you think it will change? Do you know anything about what's coming when you go to Bayern Munich, or do you think it will be very similar to what you've been used to?
Yeah, well, this is another thing, like I don't know what's going to happen.
Different culture, different foods.
Uncertainty of change, like I don't know what the future's going to hold. I've obviously not went over there yet, so like part of me is like, oh, like, what's pre-match going to look like? What is their meal culture?
Well, they have my like low sugar energy drink.
Yeah, but well, they better have them, or I'll be packing a case full of them. So like there's uncertainty with that as well, but like I'm not trying to worry about it. I'm just like I'm going to go there, and then I'm going to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, embrace some change as well. I mean, maybe they might have something new that you've never done before, and actually try it, and you go, actually, this is better. This is even better. You know, I think that's the thing. It will always be slightly different. It will be slightly new to what you've been used to, because you have moved clubs, but obviously you've stayed within Scotland. Obviously, it's a completely different country, so it's quite a different. Not it's like majorly culturally different, but there will be differences.
And the best thing about sport is like the meals are pretty similar as well. Like I know on match days and stuff, you're going to get your pastas and everything like that. It's more just for me when like I need to like make my own meals and if I'm going out to restaurants and stuff like that. But like everything's simple. Like food is food.
That's right. So the difference is like you go on holiday, same thing. You know. So I was going to say to you, what would be so obviously your nutrition is pretty good when you're in training season and stuff. So off season or on holiday and stuff, do you have like I have literally looked forward to having this. This is my blowout meal. This is my. What would you go for?
Well, there's a couple meals that I like absolutely love. The first one is like a roast dinner.
Love it, me too.
Roast dinners, give me like
roast
all
chicken
the gravy, the chicken, the beef, mashed potatoes, roast potatoes. That is like my favourite dinner of all time. But if I was to actually, at the end of the season, if I wanted a real treat for myself, I'd probably get like an Indian. Okay. Like a chasney, some rice, naan bread, all perswari naan, garlic naan.
She's like drooling now. Mouth's like drooling.
Honestly, it's making me hungry, and I just go full out. But yeah, like. Even during the season, like...
It's fine to do it.
Yeah, we're not all robots.
Exactly.
Like, there's been times after a game, and we've won a game and it's been a really hard game, I went home and I've went for a wee McDonald's. Like, there's no harm in it. Like, everything in moderation.
Exactly.
Like, you can eat clean during the week and still have a chocolate bar at night. Like, it's all... Like, as long as you know your body and you're training hard and working hard and do everything within moderation, then it's fine.
Cool. So you've just had a holiday as well, so you've just
Yeah.
been away, which is fun. How was that? Was it good?
Oh, it was good, and especially after such a long season to like wind down, I went on a few holidays. I went to Eindhoven to watch the Women's Champions League
brilliant.
final.
Amazing.
That was incredible. And then I went away with the national team girls to Ibiza.
Oh, that must have been awful. Must have been
Oh,
really
yeah,
awful. Go to
awful.
Ibiza with all your mates,
Yeah,
national
no,
team.
honestly. And you know what? And because the national team only see each other some parts throughout the year, to get us all together
Yeah.
in that environment was great.
Oh, amazing.
And then I went to Mallorca. I went on so many holidays. Mallorca. So flew straight, and this is the worst part. I actually flew from Ibiza to Mallorca, and it's like 20-minute flight.
Amazing.
And I'm petrified of flying.
Okay,
right?
okay.
And when I tell you this plane was tiny, and it had like the little propellers, and it was so noisy, and the full time I sat there like this. And then the air hostess came up to me, she was like, "Oh, are you okay? Like, do you need anything?" I was like, "I need off this plane, that's what I need, honestly." But yeah, still done it.
So flying is not one of your favourite things
Oh,
to do?
no, I'm not a big flyer, but you got to do it. Sometimes you just need
Yeah, you have to get there. So
to get places to go where you need to go, and it's part of the job. And
yeah.
it's sometimes it can be scary, and other times it can be okay. So.
Well done. So holidays sound good. That sounds
Oh
fun,
yeah,
though.
holidays were great.
So obviously now you're back into full-time schedule. You'll be going off to Germany soon. What's your sort of leaving schedule like? Is it really, really busy?
Yeah, so like I'm leaving this week. So this full week it's been seeing friends, seeing family, catching up with old friends as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I leave on Saturday morning for a night, and then get my keys, drop all my stuff off. Then the next day I fly back to Scotland again.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's not a full goodbye yet, but it's
Yeah.
a somewhat goodbye. And then I'm with the national team. We play some games in Scotland and in Finland. And then on the 19th is when I officially go away, and people won't see me for ages.
Until you're playing on national TV.
Yeah.
And then we go, oh, I know her. I chatted to her. All good. Brilliant. Okay, so team stuff. When you're obviously in the professional team and you're so you're away with the national team in Ibiza, do you have any sort of nicknames for each other or a little banter chat? What's it like? Or is it all very sensible and grown up?
No, everyone had, well, I can't say all of it because some of it can't go on camera.
Yeah, obviously, edited, family show.
Yeah, but no, we all just take the mick out of each other and banter with each other. We call Erin Cuthbert the diva of the
Okay.
group. Yeah, we call her the princess. She's 28, 24, and she's trapped in like honestly, like a 50-year-old's body. No offence. No, but in terms of like, she's
Not
like,
this 50-year-old body.
No, you're great.
I'm 51 actually, so
No,
it's fine.
honestly, she's like a
middle-aged woman
yeah,
already
honestly,
at 20.
She's just like the way she acts, the way she carries herself. So we all take the mick out of her for that, and obviously like just normal abbreviated nicknames for everyone. But
And what's yours?
my nickname,
What do they call you?
they all just call me Wild Sam. I'm just an idiot, to be honest. They all just say I'm crazy and everything like that. But no, I have an obsession with Spider-Man.
Do you?
Yeah, I love Marvel films. I love Spider-Man.
I know Tom Holland.
Do you actually?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Do you have his number?
No, but I've got his mum's number.
Do you actually?
Because I'm old, I'm friends with his mum and dad.
Oh my God, please, can you help me?
Well,
Meet him?
yeah, he
You
lives
can give
near
him a
me.
shout
I
on
saw him the
his
other
Tom
day
Holland
actually.
if
We were
you're watching
passing each
this.
other and we kind of like,
Yeah, no, I love
Yeah,
it.
well,
I've even got a
you know.
Spider-Man tattoo, look at that.
I'll have to take a photo and send it to
Yeah,
him.
honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they just like, any like, what's it called at Christmas time? Secret Santa gift.
Oh, yeah.
Birthday gifts at Rangers.
Everything's...
Spider-Man onesie, Spider-Man teddies, Spider-Man presents, Spider-Man
Where did that
keyrings.
start?
I don't know, just as a kid, and then the Marvel films and everything, and
Yeah.
then in lockdown I just like grew the love
Watched
again
them
because you had nothing to do, just read.
Yeah.
So now,
Oh, I love that.
so
So that could be your new,
celebration.
literally like that.
Yeah.
Spider hands. Okay, so let's talk about names then. I used to be a gladiator, as you know, which was on TV way before you were even born, which is just horrifying. But anyway, if you were a gladiator, if you were lucky enough to be a gladiator, what would your gladiator name be and why?
My gladiator name.
Yeah. And not Spider-Man. Can't have
Oh,
that. That's already taken.
What about Spider Sam?
Spider Sam, yeah, that could be quite good.
No, I
Or-
don't know. I don't know. You said you were going to be Storm, were you not?
Storm, yeah. Originally my name was Storm.
Yeah,
That
and
could
then
work for you.
My mum gets called Stormy.
Oh, okay.
So maybe I could take it after my
Yeah,
mum and just
Storm.
be Stormy.
Yeah.
And steal a wee bit of part of you and then a part
Yeah,
of my
Storm.
mum as well.
That would work. Yeah, because you could be, you know, quite angry and quite fierce when you needed to be and cause havoc, which is good. I like it. Storm. Welcome to Storm. Sam Kerr, now known as Storm. That's it. Well, thanks, Sam. That's brilliant.
Thanks for having me.
Perfect.
I know.
This series is kindly sponsored by Joinery Limited, which provides commercial and subcontracting joinery based in Falkirk, Scotland. They pride themselves on their high standards of craftsmanship and customer service. Their professional work ethic makes them the perfect match for our guests.